Hello everyone, today I'll be showing you an updated Queen Black Dragon guide. In this guide, I'll be showing you how to get slightly more kills per hour, but while also drastically reducing your food consumption. This is a high level guide, so I will be assuming that most of your combat related stats are near maximum, and this is the gear that I'll be using. I'm going to be using the Pernix gear, with the exception of the gloves and boots. For those, I'll be using my best hybrid gear, which in this case will be the Colomantic gloves and the Silverhawk boots. I will be using an augmented chaotic crossbow and an augmented offhand shadow wave. An Arctic Cape 4. I have in the past been asked why I have been using this cape. The reason because of that is because it's my best range cape and also has a very convenient teleport feature that I can use as a get out of jail free card in case I happen to start a new run that I didn't want to. And Amulet of Souls, Dragon Bane Bolts, any illuminated god book. This is only for the stats, you don't need to add any pages to it, and Asylum Surgeon Ring. As for the perks, I have Equilibrium 2, Precise 5, Crackling 3, Dragon Slayer, and Invigorating 3. Now, as for my inventory, I will have a Planted Feet switch. You don't need this. If you don't have this, just bring a shield instead. Ring of Vigor, 2 Searing Overload potions, an Enhanced Excalibur, 3 Replenishment potions, a Mage switch. If you do not have a Noxious Staff, don't bother with the Mage switch. Just stick with range gear throughout the entire farming run. It makes a small difference, but it helps a little bit. If you are not bringing a Mage switch, by the way, you can swap out the hybrid gear for range gear instead. The runes for the Mage switch, Poisons of Life, and a Steel Titan. A Steel Titan is also not required. It only really adds about 0.5 kills per hour. So that kind of makes the Steel Titan worth it. But if you can't afford it, it's really not a big difference. So to start off, I will be adding my scrolls to the Steel Titan. Also, these are Super Prayer Renewal Potions. You won't need these if you have a Penance Aura. For this run, I'll be showing you Auraless run. I won't be using this at all. And also bring 8 sharks just in case, but we'll try to not use them if we can. So I'll be keeping track of my kill progress by using the quick chat option in my friends chat. That way we can easily keep track of how many kills and when we start and when we finish. I'll start the timer as just before we enter the room, which is right now. There. So first things first, Searing Overload. And turn on your prayers. For the first kill, there's nothing special. Just try to DPS the Queen Black Dragon as best as you can. I would recommend always starting in the southern block of the first artifact. Also, make sure to animation cancel your snipes. I won't be showing you how to do that in this video, but it is a very useful skill to know, since it drastically increases your damage. Snapshot. The most important part of the first kill is not how fast you kill it, but to make sure they end up with 100 adrenaline. I might have to kill this ghost. Yep, well. Okay. I took a bit more damage than I would have liked, so I'm going to use my enhanced Excalibur. Also, make sure you always adrenaline stall. It is very important that you adrenaline stall between kills. Okay, we'll use our enhanced Excalibur, and that should give us around an effective 6,000 health, which is more than enough to start this run off. So you want to start off your first thing with the death, death swiftness change. If you don't have a planted feet, do the death swiftness change right after the corruption shot fires. Also, I would recommend you to cancel your snipe animations with the sacrifice. It will give you a nice amount of health that you need, and we won't be killing ghosts, so there won't be much other use for it. Make sure you surge to the second artifact, and when running back to the death swiftness, use anticipate. Also, since Queen Black Dragon is switching into her carapace form, I'll be changing onto my mage setup. On the last stage, do one basic attack and then do either rapid fire or asphyxiate. Surge into the last artifact, and then anticipate just before it opens. Like so. And then if you're in your mage form, switch back to your range setup. Use resonance if your freedom isn't going to be back up in time for the adrenaline stall. Remember to summon back your Steel Titan. So you're always going to want to start in the southern block of the first artifact. You're going to start with the Death Swiftness, either before or after your corruption shot, depending on if you have planted feet. And use a sacrifice with your snipe. Then for the second stage, do one basic attack and a rapid fire. And then surge towards the second artifact while spam clicking it. And then anticipate when you're running back. Now for the third stage, you're going to want to do a snapshot and a bombardment. If you don't have enough adrenaline or you think you're low on adrenaline, just a snapshot alone is enough. Now just run towards the next artifact and do one basic attack and rapid fire. Get ready to surge towards the last artifact. And then anticipate just before you leave. Well, just before the exit spawns. Keep adrenaline stalling. You can only use the replenishment potion about once every 2 kills because of the cooldown period. Okay. Adrenaline potion. Good. And then a sacrifice with the snipe cancel. Easy. Then one basic attack and then rapid fire. We can ignore the one ghost because it does very little damage. You can actually out damage its. You can actually out heal it with Soul Split. Surge, anticipate when running back, start off the snapshot, and try to make your way towards the right side of this artifact. It doesn't matter if you're 1 square away, 1 square to the right of the artifact, or 2 squares, as long as you're on the right side, it's fine. Also on the last stage, if you happen to get 100 adrenaline, you could feel free to use a threshold. Once you're done, surge into the last artifact and anticipate as you're leaving or just before it spawns. Make sure you continue adrenaline stalling. And use your prayer potions as appropriate. I'll probably have to use one more. Okay, make sure you turn on your prayers and start off with a death swiftness. Okay, a sacrifice to cancel my snipe, and one basic attack for the second stage, and then rapid fire. Get ready to surge towards the next artifact. You can ignore the ghost. Then anticipate, and then get ready to do a snapshot. And then slowly make your way towards the right side of the artifact. Then freedom when you're walking towards the third artifact. Then do one basic attack into a rapid fire. And then get ready to spam click the last artifact and surge towards it. Keep adrenaline stalling. It's very important to maintain that 100 adrenaline at the beginning of the fight. And summon your Steel Titan if it doesn't happen to follow you. This happens quite often, so make sure you get used to it. Okay, turn on your prayer and get ready to do the Death Swiftness. If you feel like the snipe sacrifice isn't enough to kill the Queen Black Dragon, you can instead do the snipe snapshot instead if you have a adrenaline potion ready. But generally that's only if you happen to be fairly unlucky with the first few basic attacks. It won't happen often. Snapshot and make your way towards the bombardment. Okay, you can ignore the firewall. You can generally heal its damage as long as you have an Amulet of Souls. Freedom when walking towards the next artifact. After one basic attack, do rapid fire. You can also just click one square diagonal to your character, and that will also get you to the artifact. But it's a bit more sketchy than I like, because sometimes you'll force you to run back to the same spot after you search, which is why I generally don't use that method. But if you're confident in your ping, feel free to do so. Keep adrenaline installing. And use your prayer potions as appropriate. Also keep constant track of your overload. Fire breath at the last stage or a fire wave can easily kill you without you even noticing what happened. Okay. A sacrifice cancel for my snipe. Then one basic attack for the next stage into a rapid fire. Get ready to surge into the last artifact when the Queen Black Dragon's health is starting to get low, and anticipate when running back. I'll get ready for a snapshot into a bombardment. Okay, I messed up slightly there, but it's fine. Okay, so the Queen turned into her carapace form. Once I get close enough, I'm going to turn into my mage form, and I'll start damaging her. You could asphyxiate or wild magic and concentrated blast. Either of them works. Generally you want to do asphyxiate at the beginning, but I lost focus there for a small second. Keep adrenaline stalling and switch back to your original range form as well. This is actually the best time to switch back into your original mage form because this is actually the biggest downtime where you don't have to really concentrate. You might want to also put an asylum ice asylum on your action bar because it'll keep track of your enhanced Excalibur's cooldown. Okay. One basic attack, rapid fire. Surge, anticipate when running back. Get ready for the snapshot and bombardment while running in between attacks. Generally I'll be dodging these ghosts, but they kind of came at a bad time, so there's not much we can do about it. Get ready to spam click the last artifact and surge towards it. And anticipate just as it's popping up. If your adrenaline stalling cooldowns aren't matching up properly, you can use a resonance instead. Okay. Make sure that you actually properly swap back to your range gear. I didn't switch back to my Pernix chest before. That was a mistake. Misses can greatly lower your kill time depending on what you miss with. For example, missing a snapshot is actually quite devastating. We can ignore this one ghost. Does very little damage. Not to mention we don't want to cancel our rapid fire just to save 1,000 health. Okay, make your way to the right side of the artifact. One basic attack into a rapid fire. Get ready to spam click the last artifact. And anticipate. Very important to maintain that adrenaline, so keep stalling, get used to it, get good at it. Okay, well, we need a prayer potion, but since our replenishment potion is off cooldown, we can use that instead, and I forgot to use anticipate. Wow. Okay, well, I think we might still be okay. Yep, there we go. We do lose a bit of damage from that because our needle shot wasn't powered up, but it will only slow down the kill by probably about 2 seconds. Just don't let it happen constantly and you'll be fine. Remember to make your way towards the right side of the first artifact. Since the Queen Black Dragon went into her character's form, I swapped into my mage gear. I let loose one basic attack into Asphyxiate, and I'm getting ready to surge into the last artifact. I'll show you what it means to do like a short walk into a surge. It's as simple as that. I prefer the spam clicking method though. Slowly move back into your original range gear. Resummon your Steel Titan. use the appropriate prayer potion. Make sure to queue up and anticipate too. It goes anticipate, freedom, into escape, back into anticipate. Queuing up a sacrifice to cancel my snipe. Okay, one basic attack into a rapid fire. We could still ignore the one ghost. You could dodge it if you happen to be at extremely low health and you are desperate to not eat food, or if you happen to run out of food. Freedom when walking towards the next artifact. One basic attack. Oh, she changed into her magic form, I didn't realize. Oh, we'll fix it by switching into our mage form. Get ready to surge into the last artifact. And anticipate just before it spawns. And keep up the adrenaline stall. And we shall slowly swap back into our original gear. If you feel like you're unsafe right now, you could use a enhanced Excalibur. It's probably a little overkill for what health I am right now. I should probably save it for around when I'm at 4,000 health, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, we got hit by the first attack. That was a bit unlucky. I guess enhanced Excalibur recall was a good one this time. Use a sacrifice to cancel. Okay, one basic attack into a rapid fire. Now some of you might be wondering why I'm not using fragmentation shot. The reason because of that is because it's not going to be benefiting from the bonuses of the death swiftness, and it's not going to be benefiting from overloads or the Dragon Bane Bolt effects. We could dodge these. And because of that, it's just simply losing too many multipliers that's making the... We're simply losing too many damage multipliers by using fragmentation shot. And the only time we're going to be using fragmentation shot is at the beginning when our death swiftness is actually up. Now I didn't manage my adrenaline well this time, so our next kill might be slightly slow. I was a bit impatient and then used a snapshot when I shouldn't have. If I didn't use a snapshot, we would have 100 adrenaline. Just making sure that I'm keeping track of everything. Okay, spam click. Oh, that was a mistake. I did the swap too early out of habit. Okay. One basic attack, rapid fire. Spam click. Surge, anticipate, snapshot, bombardment as you're making your way towards the right side of the first artifact. You can move in between attacks. And then freedom when walking towards the next artifact. One basic attack, asphyxiate or rapid fire. Anticipate just before it shows up. Not quite 100 adrenaline, but we'll see what happens. Use resonance because our freedom cooldown wasn't lining up properly for the adrenaline stall. Okay. Make the appropriate gear swaps. Turn on the prayers and get ready to do the death swiftness. Also, if you don't have planted feet, do the Death Swiftness summon right after your Corruption Blast. If you do have planted feet, you could do it whenever. That's the main difference, it's about 3 seconds. The main thing you want to have happen is to have a snapshot power, boosted snapshot for the 3rd stage. Since it will actually be able to chunk down the 3rd stage by quite a bit. Planted feet just gives you a little bit more leeway. Definitely not required for efficient kills though. Okay. If you have 100 adrenaline at the last stage, you can use another threshold because you can surge and anticipate to get the 16 adrenaline back. Meaning if you have 100% adrenaline or 99% adrenaline, it's safe to use another threshold. Okay, doing the proper adrenaline stall. Make sure your action bar and equipment are in the appropriate type. And I forgot to press anticipate. That was a mistake. It seems like our overload is about to run out. And a fry wave coming, I don't want to risk it, I'll drink it a bit early. Okay. Do the appropriate mage switch, use the wild magic in place of a snapshot instead. On basic attack, into an asphyxiate. Now sometimes you might get a bit unlucky and be missing a significant amount. Just let the rest of the basic abilities wear her down. Or another threshold if you happen to go back to 100 adrenaline. Okay, swapping back to original gear. We're at good health, so we won't need to use an Enhanced Excalibur. Looks like our replenishment potion is off cooldown. We'll be using that next. Almost forgot to queue up my anticipate. One basic attack, rapid fire. Surge, anticipates, snapshot, bombard. There's a character switch. We will do an appropriate switch as well. Wild magic, freedom. Let loose one basic attack into asphyxiate or rapid fire. In this case, asphyxiate. And just let the rest of the basic attacks kill her. Anticipate. Just go straight for the chest. And quick start back. Summon the Steel Titan. If you're low on health, use an Enhanced Excalibur. Make sure you queue up and anticipate. After you surge, that is. Get ready to summon a Death Swiftness. Queuing up a sacrifice. One basic attack into a rapid fire. Get ready to spam click and surge. And anticipate. And try to make your way to the right side of the artifact. One basic attack, rapid fire. That was a mistake. I was supposed to be surging into the artifact. Turn off your prayers, and then press anticipate. Now our prayer is really low, actually below 600 our max. So I'll be using a prayer, super prayer renewal, even though our replenishment potion's off cooldown. Summon the Steel Titan. Keep up the adrenaline stall. And let's see what time we're actually going to be finishing at the 48-minute mark. So we got around 33 minutes left. Do that swiftness change. I actually don't think sacrifice is enough, so I will be queuing up a snapshot this time. And my assumption was correct. It was still alive even after the snapshot. One basic attack, rapid fire. Surge, anticipate, switch, swap into her carapace form, do the appropriate switch as well. I'll be letting loose a wild magic and a concentrated blast. Freedom. Get ready to do one basic attack. Asphyxiate. Making sure that your Searing Overload is good to go. Still alive somehow. After 100 adrenaline, use a threshold. Swap back. Now would be a good time to use my Enhanced Excalibur. Okay, turn on your prayers and get ready to do the same rotation. We got a good amount of damage. I think it might even be able to kill her. Well, not quite, but pretty close. One basic attack, rapid fire. Spam click. Search. Snapshot. Make your way to the right side of the artifact and run towards the next artifact. One basic attack, rapid fire. If you happen to go back up to 100 or 99 adrenaline again, use a snapshot as well. But that doesn't happen often. Anticipate just as the pillar is spawning. And if freedom is going to be too long, it's still off cool. If freedom's cooldown doesn't line up properly for the adrenaline stall, use a resonance instead. Turn on your prayers and get ready to do the entire thing again. I will be using a snapshot this time. Queen Black Dragon has a bit more health than I would like. Okay. Rapid fire. Surge. Anticipate. Since snapshot is going to be on cooldown, we're going to use a bombard instead. Snapshot. Done. Freedom. Spam click. Rapid fire. Since Queen Black Dragon is dying so early this time, we won't have 100 adrenaline, but we will be able to get pretty close. 109, not bad. Resonance. Generally you do freedom because you won't have to do the shield switch, but just keep an eye on the freedom and anticipates cooldown. Just a reminder to check when will be the hour mark. Got about 30 minutes left. Okay. Queuing up a sacrifice. That'll heal you a decent chunk of health. One basic attack, rapid fire. Spam click, surge, anticipate, snapshot, and make your way towards the right side of the first artifact. One basic attack into rapid fire. As soon as this rapid fire ends, I'm going to swap into my mage form, which is right now. We have 100 adrenaline, so we could easily use a threshold and just finish it off. If I have stuck with the range form, there was a chance that the snapshot might not have finished her off. What was that? That was kind of silly. Swap back into your range setup. Super Prayer Renewal. Keep up the Adrenaline Stall. Summon your Steel Titan. And get ready to use the Death Swiftness and Replenishment Potion. Prayer. Okay. Has a bit more health than I like, so I'll be doing a snapshot. If you don't have the Adrenaline Potion for the snapshot, it's fine. It just takes a few more basic attacks. Surge, anticipate. Okay, there are going to be some ghosts summoned. You could just dodge those easily. And we'll just make our way towards the right of the artifact until Queen Black Dragon is dead. Then just run towards the next artifact while using freedom. Now keep an eye on your adrenaline. If it reaches 100, you can use a snapshot to get a quick finish. Okay, get back and anticipate as it's rising. Again, keep in mind that you have an enhanced Excalibur that you can use for healing. I think I'm still fine in terms of the health department, so I won't be using it. Summon the Steel Titan. Searing Overload Spinnet is expired. I'll use it just before the Queen Black Dragon is attackable, which is always at the 18-second mark. Queuing up a sacrifice. Oh, easy health. And you're not losing damage that way, as opposed to dodging a ghost and then using sacrifice on it. Queen Black Dragon changed forms. We will too as well. One basic attack. Gonna drink a Parry Potion. I was a bit too anxious there and I used the threshold earlier than I should have. But luckily, because we had Invigorate 3, we were lucky enough, and both times that we did both times we did adrenaline stalling, we got 11 adrenaline, so we came back up to 100. Worked really well for us that time. Made up for our mistake. If you're really below the 100 adrenaline, you can always drink a replenishment potion. That'll give you 25 adrenaline, so if you're around the 60 range, it's a good point to drink it. Queuing up a sacrifice. Get ready for one basic attack. Our health is still good, so I won't use my Excalibur. Surge. Anticipate. Okay, this might be a bit weird to dodge. It just didn't line up properly, I guess. Oh, because of that, we'll definitely be using the Enhanced Excalibur next run, as soon as we finish this. 100 adrenaline, easy snapshot finish. Anticipate as it's rising. Maintain the adrenaline stall. And use Excalibur because we did happen to get hurt a little bit. Summon the Steel Titan, make sure the Anticipate is queued up. Use the appropriate prayer potion. Prayer on, and get ready to fight again. Okay, sacrifice queued up. One basic attack, rapid fire. Get ready to spam click the artifact when she's about to die. Okay, just gonna let the firewall pass a little bit. Switch into my mage form. Hopefully that'll be able to finish her. It didn't, but this should be. There we go. Freedom, one basic attack. Unfortunately, that basic attack missed. Wow, it's missing actually quite a bit. Dodge the ghosts. And do a diagonal surge into the artifact. And anticipate as the platform is rising. Got fairly unlucky there with the magic attacks. Swap back into your range gear. Make sure everything's back into its proper place. If you happen to be wearing a magic gear, you might be missing when you do some of your attacks, which is very bad. Death Swiftness, Punishment Potion. I'm gonna do a snapshot this time. One basic attack, rapid fire. Ignore the ghost. Freedom, one basic attack, rapid fire. Still ignoring any single ghost. We should be able to kill the Green Black Dragon before the ghost actually stops time, so we usually ignore it. Anticipate. Keep a note that the searing overload has expired. Summon the Steel Titan. Drinking the appropriate prayer potion. Searing overloads. Prayer on, and we're ready. One basic attack into a rapid fire. I'm going to ignore the one ghost. Freedom. One basic attack. Rapid fire. Anticipate. Get ready to use the replenishment potion. I'll just move it over to make it a bit easier to click. Turn on the prayers and get ready. If you get hit on the first attack, you can use the Enhanced Excalibur. I'm surprised it didn't kill that. One basic attack, rapid fire. You can see just how much we're healing with the Soul Split and the Amulet of Souls. It's a little ridiculous. It's what makes a low food run possible. Okay. Freedom. I don't think we'll be able to dodge the two ghosts no matter what, so we just got to take them. Well, actually one of them do happen to take its own damage. That makes it a bit more convenient for us. Okay, it's at 100 adrenaline, so we can use Threshold without worry. Anticipate as the platforms arising. Let's see, we have about 15 or 16 more minutes to go. Turn on your prayers. We could just tank the firewall. If you do happen to be really unlucky with the firewalls, then you might have to be tanking around 4 of them. Then might be a time where you could eat your food. But one firewall or two, you could generally deal with them without much problems. Not to mention, if you notice how fast we are killing the Queen Black Dragon stages, there's not too many opportunities for them to spawn. Those to spawn? Quite unfortunate timing. There's really nothing we can do about that, unfortunately. Unless you want to really go out of your way to dodge it, but that's just excessive. We have an Enhanced Excalibur anyway, so why bother? So at this point, it's kind of your own judgment if you want to use Enhanced Excalibur or not. I'll decide whether I get hit on my on Queenbark Dragon's first hit or not. If it does around 2,000 damage, I'll use it. If not, I think we'll be fine. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. As long as we don't take an excessive amount of damage. It's one of the benefits of using tier 80 armor. You could block so many shots. Of course, tier 90 armor is better, but those are degradable and quite expensive. And probably not worth using, to be honest, in this at this boss. The upkeep will probably be cancelled by the. I mean, the extra kills will probably be cancelled by the upkeep. One prayer potion. Anticipate as the platform is rising. Our times are definitely not lining up, so we're gonna have to use the resonance. Maintain the adrenaline stall and use a searing overload. Use your own judgment. Green Black Dragon always spawns at the 18-second mark, so at least before right then. One basic attack into Death Swiftness. One basic attack, Rapid Fire. Spam Click, Surge, Anticipate, Snapshot, work your way towards the edge. Freedom, get ready to do the one basic attack into, and then Asphyxiate. If you get back 100 adrenaline, feel free to use Wild Magic. Looks like we didn't need to this time. Anticipate. Keep up the stall. Summon back the Steel Titan. And our adrenaline potion's ready. We got around 11 minutes left. Boom, ready. Easy. Has a bit too much health for my taste. Oh, I didn't use it for the snipe. That was a mistake. This is an improvised run. I think it'll still work out well. There we go. Once the rapid fire runs out, we will switch to the mage form, which is right about now. Okay, 99 adrenaline, Wild Magic. Search, get ready to anticipate. Anticipate, enter, swap back to the original setup as we are exiting and re-entering. Prayer potion. Okay, get ready to turn on the prayers. Sacrifice is queued up. Okay, there we go. I'm surprised it actually survived that needle shot, but we're fine. One basic attack, rapid fire. Okay, she switched. So will we. Kills respawned. I moved too early. I'm taking damage as a result. Prayer potion. If you happen to get back to 100 adrenaline, you can use wild magic. And that should finish it off. Okay. Luckily we didn't have to use an enhancing Excalibur for the last few runs, so it's just ready for the use in case something bad happens. Okay, there we go. Let's see if we'll need no, we won't need Snapshot. We could just use a Sacrifice instead. I'm surprised it survived that needle shot again. One basic attack, rapid fire. Ignore ghosts. One ghost is not a threat. Unless you're at extremely low health. Oh, that was a mistake. Let's dodge it this way. I moved a bit too far and went outside of my death swiftness range. This thing's about to expire. Yeah, we'll just drink it right now. Okay. Snapshot. Boom. Done. Search. And anticipate. Loot. Leave. Summon Steel Titan. Titan. There we go. Queuing up and anticipate right after the surge. And drinking the appropriate prayer potion. We got about 5 minutes left. Let's see how many kills we get at the end of this. It screwed up a bit there. Okay, so I made a mistake of actually canceling the damage of my snipe. That's one of the problems that can happen when snipe canceling. It happens less often the more you get used to it, but it's still quite annoying. And the possibility of it happening is always there. Oh, I could have swore I touched the artifact. Alright, we're definitely got to use artifact next attack. Okay, dodge the ghost. Okay, and do a diagonal dash. Anticipate. Summon the Steel Titan and a Hat Excalibur for the healing. Keep up the adrenaline stall. And I think we only have about 2 more kills left until this runs over. Possibly 3. We'll see. But most likely 2. Okay. Surge is queued up right there. I mean, sacrifice is queued up. Okay. And one basic attack, rapid fire. Get ready to surge. There we go. Snapshot. Make your way. Bombard. Freedom. One basic attack, rapid fire. Anticipate. Wow, that was a weird pathing for the exit. And I don't know how many more we could squeeze in. I guess we'll make the call after this kill. No, it seems like this is definitely the last one. Okay, one basic attack, rapid fire. Surge, anticipate, snapshot, bombard. Okay. I should have dodged that actually. One basic attack, rapid fire. And since this is the last kill, I guess we could just use all our thresholds without holding back. Okay, there we go. Boom, done. 1 hour of Queen Black Dragon. And finished off with 100 drones. Great. Alright. And now let's type in the quick chat very quickly. Queen Black Dragon. 37 kills in just under 1 hour. Perfect. And we didn't use a single food. This is how you kill 37 Queen Black Dragons in 1 hour without touching your food. Thank you for watching. I hope you all have a nice day.